everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Departure, Part 8 of our Four Keeps campaign. Today is April 19th, 2021, and you are loved. That is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards where anywhere audiocasts are made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask myself or any of these other fine folk, you can feel free to post them in the Twitch chat to the side, or you can join us on our Discord. You can find the link also in the Twitch chat to the side, or in the description of this video or audio cast. But if you already support us on Twitch, you already support us on Patreon and YouTube and all of those other wonderful spaces, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this wonderful show even more? Guess what, buddy? I got your back. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, clocks, shower curtains, aprons, and most importantly, we also have Tia masks. That's right, we have face masks in multiple styles with all 5 of Tiamat's glorious chromatic colors designed by our very own Cyberwolf 1201. So if you would like, and all of the proceeds of said face masks end up going to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause or help support the show, you can again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. That is indooradventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But that is it for my spiel. So hey, RJ, who you playing today?
Couldn't find the mute button because I only have one screen today. Hey everybody, I'm RJ. You can catch me at RJustice 282. Wait, no, that's the ending. I'm playing Caelum, the Shadowkai Wizard. Yeah, we're both him. I'm tired.
Hello everybody, I'm LBHackEmUp, and you can find me at LBHackEmUp on the Twitters and the Twitches. Tonight I'm playing Gwen, the Halfling Barbarian Fighter. We both go by she, her.
I'm Cyber. I use he, him, or any pronouns. I'm going to be playing Arjhan. He is a Draconian Ranger Cleric. I'm reading that off of my character sheet now. He uses he, him.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I go by she, her. I'm playing as Cori under the Eldritch Paladin, and she's got she, they, any.
And I am the indoor adventurer, he, him, and tonight I shall be your dungeon master. So, last we left off, our group ended up traveling back to the Dragonforge after finding out, with the help of one Alindris Stone Mantle, that there was some kind of, well, Caius presence in the general vicinity of the Dragonforge. Your group, after making their way back, decided that you were going to track down the source of this wormy blight boy. It was at that point that you ended up discovering this strange deer-like creature, with Gwen and Arjhan using standard hunting methods rather than magical means to track down this creature in a much quicker fashion than our elven pair. However, once your group had recovered and had reconvened and were making their way back to the Dragonforge, that is when you started seeing fires. That is when you started hearing screaming. That is when you started to see that your town, the Dragonforge, was under siege. And it was under siege by none other than a individual from Arjhan's past. And as the 4 of you made your way out into the city streets to see this unfold, you saw Kodeth, a figure of much renown who has acid marks along the side of his face from an interaction that he had with Arjhan many, many years ago, who currently has a particular green dragon in hiding, Ren, at longsword point up to him, and Ren seems to be a little bit nonplussed at the situation. He seems to almost be enjoying himself as Kodeth tells him repeatedly to shut his yap. It was at that point that we ended last week's session, so we are going to kick it up with, again, your town is currently under siege. The 4 of you have made your way here, and now that Kodeth has seen your group, he still has Ren at the point of this longsword. But now you can see that looking towards your group, he just gets this wicked smile onto his face. And Arjhan, did you have anything that you wanted to say before he does? And Kodeth, seeing your group, is going to say, I was wondering how long it would take for you to show up here.
I'm just gonna like turn to the rest of the group. Subdue the others. We
My
were
pleasure.
literally gone an hour. You are not a patient man.
And I think Ren says, like he kind of cuts in, just, I know, he grabbed me, put the sword up, and then immediately told me to shut up. And you still won't, so why don't you just quit for a while? And he will jab the longsword into Ren's side, and rather than let out a yelp, Ren just starts laughing. And Kodeth then will pull sword out, stab again. Ren laughs, and then he pushes Ren away. And Ren, holding on to his side, just, I can't believe he did it. You know, he actually struck a vital part of me. He's serious on this one, but he has like this big shit-eating grin on his face.
What's your plan?
And Kendek says, my plan is to kill a monster. Ever since Ven brought you back to our camp, we've known what you were. You came from here, a murderer. I've watched it. I've heard you killed my friends as well. So it's time that you met your fate. I'm just doing what the hunters should have done at the very beginning, Arjhan.
Oh, he actually used my name.
Yes, he did.
And all these other people that are willing to die for you as well.
And then Kendek, or Kodeth starts laughing. Their names are very similar. I've had coffee recently. Kodeth starts, just kind of chuckles to himself. Finding people who want you to die, a lot easier than you'd expect. And Arjhan, make a perception check.
24.
With the 24, looking around at some of these raiders that are here in your town, you start noticing a very familiar symbol, a symbol that you have not seen since last you were on the Isle of Aratsk. And it looks like an eye that kind of has a hook coming from the bottom, and you recognize this as the symbol of the Keshan Trade Company.
Ah. Mercenaries. Well, I hope you're prepared. Because it
And
doesn't seem like you are.
and Kodeth smiles and says, like you, I made some friends along the way. And as he says this, about 120, 150 feet away, you see two deep Seldari, two Drow are standing there, and they are wearing what look to be almost like wizarding robes. And they begin to make hand motions. And as they do, they are seemingly doing it in sync. And as they do, you see what looks like a spider web-like fracture appear between the two of them. And Kodeth says, that was one thing that I always hated about you. the only good use that a monster has is when it's under your heel. The Seldari know this, but you, the only place you belong is 6 feet under. And as he says this, the Drow finish their summoning ritual as this web fractures away, and you just see what looks like the deepest black that extends further than your vision as a glowing blue color appears next to a bright red as well, and you all hear a deep guttural roar as one of the summoners looks over, and you see a reddish hand reach through and grab onto one of the summoners as this thing pulls itself forward. And it looks humanoid with a set of wicked wings, and in one hand has an electric blade, and in the other hand has a flaming whip.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Dibs!
I would like
Dibs,
for
dibs, dibs!
everybody to roll initiative, please.
Oh! 22.
Okay.
Let me just pull up my berserker sheet.
5.
Okay.
Uh-oh, John.
14.
Uh-oh, John is fucking right.
14. And Cori, what'd you get?
There's a 9.
A 9. Alrighty. Boo. Sort range.
I'm in danger.
Well, thankfully, Arjhan, being in danger, you are also at the top of the round.
First, this a summoned friend thing, friend or fiend. How close would you say it is to other antagonistic peoples?
Well, it is very close to the one survivor that summoned it. The others seem to have been grabbed and then hucked into the portal behind it.
Love that. I would like to use bonus action to cast Hail of Thorns at 2nd level.
Okay.
I would like to use my attack to shoot at the thing that I will assume is a Baelor.
It be that.
Does a 28 hit the Baelor?
A 28 does hit the Baelor.
The Baelor will be taking 8 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And then I need it to make a... Where's my 2nd level spells? I need it to make a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 16.
Oh, it failed.
On top of that, it will be taking 12 points of piercing damage.
Yes.
Don't Baelors have advantage on magical effects?
Let me see. Just to make sure. No, I clicked the wrong button. God damn it.
Sorry.
Thanks, D&D Beyond.
Good call out.
Is against spells and magical effects. You're correct.
Yep.
But that still does not help it.
Cool. All right, that was my first attack. For my second attack, I would like to hit it again. Does a 30 hit?
A 30 does hit.
All right. I'm going to use Favored Foe to mark this this particular attack. Where is Favored Foe? There it is. First off, it's going to be taking 11 points of acid damage, and then there we go. 2 more on top of that, so 13 on this attack.
Okay.
And for my finale attack, 17.
Okay, so a 17 does not hit.
Cool. That is it. I would like to position myself in the air.
Okay, so Go uppies. Alrighty, so then next up is going to be Kodeth and crew. So, from the shouts and yelling that you can see in the back, Kodeth came with what would appear to be a small army to assault your city. It is not just him and 2 summoners, it is him and a reasonably sized crew. The crew are currently doing their best to set fire to buildings, to assault anybody that they see on the streets. Thankfully, there are a lot of Abishai here who are doing their best to fight back, but it seems number-wise, Kodeth has brought a good, again, a sizable amount of people to this battle. And Kodeth is going to call out to one of the Drow that he has brought with him. And he says, "We're going to need more help to fight these ones." And you see that figure pulls out what looks like a metalworked chain that is a beautiful gold that ends in this kind of fiery gem. And as they hold it in front of them, they cast a spell. And from this gem, you see a large red-skinned individual emerge wielding a scimitar as they bring an Ifriti into the battle with them.
They can summon some fucking genies.
They are using an Ifriti. They are using a summoning tool. It's very
For not
fun.
liking monsters, they're sure using a lot of them.
And that's what Kodeth said. The only monsters are the ones that the only good ones are the ones that you can control. Which, the Baylor might be that's tentative. We might find it. We might see more about that later.
It's almost as if a Blood Hunter order that their whole thing is making deals with extraplanar entities is a bad idea.
Who would have thought? However, Kodeth is going to, now that you are up in the air, Arjhan, he yells out, "Oh, no, you don't." And he is going to use the blood curse of binding upon you. So I would need you to make a strength saving throw.
23, bitch.
All right, 23 is good. So it almost brings back memories of when you would spar. This is easy enough to shake off. These things haven't bothered you in a while. Why should they start bothering you now? So he is unable to do that, but that was just a bonus action. So instead, he is going to snarl a bit, and then let's see. Yeah, I think he is going to cast Compelled Duel towards you. So I need you to make a wisdom save.
Hey, wait a second.
19.
19. Okay. You managed to shake off his spell as well. And you can see that this is beginning to irritate the man. That is it for his turn, though. Next up in the initiative order, the Draconians, because I have rolled for them as well, and I am just giving them a lump. So as Ren...
There's more than one?
Ren's there.
It's a dragon.
Yeah, I just gave that as like the title for them all. So as Ren is holding on to this grievous wound that he has suffered, he just begins to laugh just towards the sky as he does. And as this blood continues to seep out, it's like his bodily form begins to melt like wax in like this almost Icarus fashion as he melds down into the earth. And you see him disappear, and his shadow seems to shoot across the ground. And from behind one of the houses towards the center of the forge, that laughter seems to get raspier and sounds like it's coming from a larger source. As you see the head of this green dragon creep around from a corner, as you hear in Draconic, "Finally, something fun to play with." And they look towards the Baelor. And you watch as this large green dragon just begins to make its way towards this Baelor, claws out, wings out, ready to fucking fight. As they are fighting, you can see that there are, as part of Kodeth's crew, being Keshin, there are hobgoblins, there are orcs, there are also ogres. And one of these ogres is decked out in this armor as it wields this mighty maul, and it's crashing into the sides of what would appear to be a small building. But then from the forge, you see, illuminated by the light from it, a red dragonborn who has had enough of people fighting in his home. Kendek approaches wearing a full set of plate armor that has been faceted and designed to have the rivulets of his red draconic ancestors built into the actual bits and pieces of the armor as it smolders with this deep smoke. Kendek wields a large two-handed greatsword, and you also see that the style of armor that he is wearing is like this reddish color as well. It's not like a traditional like umbered or like dark steel matted color. Like, it does look very reddish, almost like red dragon scales, but a little bit more matte in texture. And Kendek is just going to come up and with a low swing just begin to lay into this ogre. And as he is fighting, he calls in Draconic for his companion. And Strum rushes out next to him and then leaps and then brings both claws down onto this ogre as the two of them just begin wailing into this fucker. And off in the distance, those clouds that had, those heavy storm clouds that had been drawing closer towards the Dragonforge seem to be approaching more, and you can hear off in the distance a sound of rolling thunder. Next up, Gwen.
Okay. I'm going to summon the Goliaths. I'm summoning the Berserkers as my action. And my normal action is to rage, or my bonus action is to rage. My other action is summoning the Goliaths.
Okay.
To make things easier, I'm going to pre-roll everything before my turn.
Okay.
Because I summoned 10.
You summon a lot of them, yes.
Yes. So I rolled that. I summoned 10. And they all roll at advantage because they all get reckless attack. And I will just... I think for me, it's going to be better if when they're fighting, tell me what the AC is so I can just tell you how many hit and roll it all beforehand. If that works for you.
We'll figure it out along the way.
Cool. All
to
right,
be fair,
so,
there is also a town under siege.
Yes. So I think half of them, well, let's see. There's the big dude, or there's the Baelor, and then there's the Jinn, right? What was it?
There's an Afridi. There's the Baelor. There's Kodeth. There's the Drow that held the chain that summoned the Ifrit. And then there are also, again, more individuals here.
Okay. Would you like it if the Berserkers were more flavor and out fighting?
Entirely up to you.
The townspeople?
I will deal with them accordingly.
Okay. Does it make sense to have to have 5 of them go off and fight in the town, or is that not going to cover it? Like, how many people are we talking out who are attacking the town?
So out of viable fighters that the Dragonforge had, you're looking at maybe 20 tops. The amount of viable fighters that Kodeth has brought is looking closer to the 70 margin. You have a
Okey-dokey.
dragon on your side,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
helpful. They have a Baylor.
True. Okay, what I'm gonna have them do is I'm gonna have 8 of them go off and start fighting in the town. Okay? I'm gonna keep Grayskull and Salamarn here. And they are gonna go and attack the Afridi, and then Gwen's gonna move up to the Drow.
Okay.
So Grayskull and Salamarn need to make an attack. They can attack their first turn summoned.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. They don't have
Okie dokie.
They don't have summoning sickness. This isn't Magic the Gathering. You're fine.
I will say I did roll one. I rolled a 10 at advantage. I did roll one that I rolled 20 twice. So I'm gonna roll those dice again.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. It's +5 to hit, so that's 23 on Grayskull, and 12 on Salamarn.
Okay. And
On
you
the
are
Afridi.
attacking the Ifrit, so the 12 does not hit. Grayskull hits, though.
Okie dokie. +3. 13 damage.
Okay.
Cool. And then Gwen used her action or bonus action. Does this drow look like a bitch? Is he like super like? Sorry, I meant like in the.
Does he
Sorry,
look like a bitch? No.
No, like does he look like a wizard? Like, is he like frail
He
and
does look,
just casterish?
He does look lithe, but you know that in terms of Drow, in terms of the Deep Saldari, physical prowess is not necessarily tied to being yoked.
Okay. Okay.
I would say, though, that looking at them, they are not wearing armor that you can see.
Okay. Gwen is going to use her the thing from the fighter to use her action to use another action.
Action Surge.
Action Surge is the thing that I wanted. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 2 attacks on this drow. Recklessly and raged, because that's how we roll in this house. The first attack is a 25. The second attack is... Oh, I forgot I have +13 to hit, so that's 28. And then the second one is 21.
21 will hit.
Okay, 2 attacks, 2 hits. These are +10. I'm going to re-roll the 1. So that's 16 and 21 damage
Okay.
to the drow.
61.
And that's my turn.
Okay. 16. Awesome. So next up, hey Gwen, it's that drow that's right there with you. So you've cast this, or you have summoned your Goliaths and then began your assault to attack them. And they are going to make a round of attacks towards you. So did you attack recklessly last turn?
Of course.
You touched a card that did not belong to you. So is a 21 to hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so I need you to make, or no, there's no save. Awesome. So that is going to be for 11 points of slashing damage and 17 points of poison damage. You also have disadvantage on the next saving throw that you make against a spell that this creature casts before the end of their next turn.
Okay.
They're going to make a second attack towards you. 24 to hit. So that is going to be for 6 points of slashing and 7 points of poison. And then the third attack is going to be a natural 20.
This might be a problem.
All right, so Gwen, you are going to be taking 10 points of slashing damage. And 31 points of poison.
Gwen goes down.
You didn't heal before going into this fight.
No.
We didn't heal before going into this fight.
It'll be fine. Don't worry. I got it. It's fine.
We had a
Except-
worm deer to worry about.
Indoor.
Yes.
Do all the berserkers go away?
Berserkers
This
are
is
not, they aren't concentration. You literally
Okay,
just
cool.
summon them into existence. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
real necromancy.
It's literally a Horn of Valhalla.
Yeah.
Yes. yes.
Necromancy isn't concentration either. Never mind.
We can have that conversation later. All right, so speaking of conversations to be had later, Cori, it's your turn.
Hey, my name's Cori. I'm going to face step over to Gwen. I'm in my autumn form. So when I face step, I gain 10 temporary HP and +2 AC. I'm going to go ahead and spend the hit die to share that benefit with anybody within range, that being Gwen. So Gwen, you're going to get 10 temporary AC, or 10 temporary HP and +2 AC.
As long
And
as
that
you
A-
have that temp HP.
Yeah, that AC lasts just as long as you have the temporary HP. And the way that this is flavored is that like you have like like oak branches like grow on your body to kind of like protect you. And that's where the AC and the HP are coming from. So we both get that. And then I'm gonna kneel down. I'm gonna blow all of my lay on hands. And Gwen gets 75 HP. And then I'm just going to park myself next to the spellcaster.
Sounds good. So then next up is the Afridi. And the Afridi has two individuals that are next to him. He does not like having to fight alone. So the Afridi is actually going to cast a spell using their innate spell casting. And if all goes well, they are going to bring forth an elemental servant.
Is this a spell?
It is a spell. They have innate spell casting.
Wait, the
I would
Afridi?
like to use a reaction,
Okay.
and I'm going to copy that spell for a minute.
So, for those at home, Caelum, would you like to describe what your School of the Speaker ability is?
Let me pull it up, because so the 14th level School of the Speaker ability is Quick Study. Starting at 14th level, your abilities to understand the basis for all magic has begun to show promising results, allowing you to quickly understand the minuscule change to spells by other spellcasters. Immediately after a creature that you can see casts a spell, you can use your reaction to make an ability check with your spellcasting modifier to understand the workings of the spell for a limited amount of time. On a successful check, you may add that spell to your list of prepared spells for the next minute or until you use this feature again.
All right. So, make your spellcasting check.
Int. 26, baby.
All right. So, Caelum, you learn Conjure Elemental, specifically Fire Elemental only, for the next minute. However, now there is a fire elemental hanging out with the Ifrit. So they did that for their action. However, the fire elemental, yes.
Is the Ifrit within the fucked spellcasters area for Gwen?
No, they would not be, because you ran up to the Drow. They are slightly adjacent and dealing with two of your ghostly friends that you have summoned. However, the fire elemental is going to do their best to try and attack them in a way that they can. All right, so they are going to make 2 touch attacks towards the ghostly figures. So the first one is an 8. I don't believe that hits.
Does not hit. No.
Unless, did your berserkers roll with reckless attack as well?
They did roll reckless.
Okay.
They did, yeah. attack
So
recklessly.
then that would be a 21 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay, so they are going to be taking 12 points of fire damage on the first hit.
Okay.
And then that is a 19 to hit on the second attack for 11 points of fire damage.
1 to one and 1 to the other.
No, just on the same one.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so
Thank you, Excel.
next up, Caelum.
Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm doing some math in my head. 9. Okay. As a bonus action, Caelum is going to cast... I want to reflavor that because it'd be kind of cool. His hand goes up to his mask and he clicks the side, and the eyes drop down as he casts Tasha's Otherworldly Guise.
Okay.
And he will take the aspect of the lower plane to gain immunity to fire and necrotic damage.
The spellcaster that is within the fuck spellcaster's aura is going to attempt to counterspell you.
I'm gonna stab him for that,
Okay.
and
I will
also Gwen is
stab
going
him for
to.
that, yeah. Yes, I'd like to stab, please, Alex.
Yes, but Caelum, would you like to attempt to counter the counterspell?
Counterspell at 4th.
Okay. So you will have to roll because they are counterspelling at 5th.
Let's still proc our mage slayers.
It will still proc the Mage Slayers. But
Okay.
2 spellcasters have to roll.
Exactly
will-
15, baby.
Nice. So, yeah, I don't even need to roll to see. Because his counterspell fails.
He's gonna just grab the counterspell magic out of the air and add it to his mask to transform.
20 damage.
Okay. What was your to hit?
17 plus 13.
Okay, yeah, that'll
30.
do her.
Will it?
I got
Yeah.
I got a natural 1, but does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit. So, Gwen, roll your
Okay.
damage.
20 damage.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So, Caelum, you have cast Tasha's Otherworldly Guise.
Taking an aspect of the lower plane and getting a fly speed plus a bump to AC. Sorry. No. He's gonna use, I guess, all his movement to shoot up into the sky.
So it's you and Arjhan just floating above this battlefield.
Yeah.
Dope. I'm here for it.
Actually, he'll take the rest of his turn to talk to Arjhan real quick. Like, do you have this handled?
Yes.
Okay. Then he'll fly off to help the village.
Okay. Sounds good. Next up, Arjhan.
For my first attack, I would like to shoot Kodeth with my crossbow.
Do it.
Does 23 hit?
23 does.
I would like to mark him as my favorite foe.
Okay.
I am turning away from the Baylor because I'm assuming somebody else has it handled. My revolver is still turned to acid damage, so he's gonna like that. With favorite foe, it's gonna be 18 points of acid damage for the first attack.
Okay.
For my second attack, I would like to. I would like to run up to him, and I need him to make a dexterity save.
Okay, so you're flying down, swooping up. So let me see.
Just so that he's within a 30-foot line.
Okay. 21.
Okay, he will be taking half of. What level am I? 15?
Yes.
48. Okay. That's not supposed to have a modifier. Okay, I'll change that. 13 points of acid damage.
Okay. He does not like that at all.
for my bonus action. So I'm taking a shot. I'm doing a dive by breath weapon, and as soon as I like pass over him, I am going to almost sort of just like melt into the shadows, and I'm going to use Nature's Veil to turn invisible.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Sounds good. So then next up are the Ravagers, who are currently doing their best to attack the town. Then it is Kodeth's turn. And Kodeth, as you have blasted over him with this acid breath popped behind him, he is going to turn. And he, like, as this acid is sizzling off of him, he is just furious. And he has his longsword in one hand, and you see that in his left, it begins to crackle with this hellish energy. And these deep red flames begin to lick up, but there's almost like there's a moment where it's more than just this red. The red is more of an outline to a deeper black that seems to be underneath it. And he is going to reel back with his hand and just throw out this orb that goes into the space between himself and the favored consort. So I need for Cori, Gwen, and Arjhan to all make dexterity saving throws.
Against something that I can see?
This is something that you can see.
23.
Baller.
23?
30, 20.
Okay.
17.
All right.
Plus 4.
21.
All right, cool. So you are all going to be taking half as he uses a Hellfire Orb. So everyone who succeeded is going to be taking half of 39 points of fire damage and half of 48 necrotic damage.
Okay. So half
Okay,
of 39 and half of 48.
Yes. So that
So
would be
24 and 19?
Yes.
No. Yes.
Yep.
24 plus 19 is 43?
Yes.
I would like to... What up? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to figure out if my invisibility from Nature's Veil fades whenever I cast a spell, and it doesn't look like it does because it's not the invisibility spell.
Okay.
It's just until the start of your next turn. So I would like to use my reaction to cast Absorb Elements set to fire. The fire was the 39, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 24 and then 19. Half of 19 is 9.
Mm-hmm.
So 24 plus 9 is 30.
31.
30.
Or no,
One.
33.
33.
Yes.
Shit, all that for 6 points. All right. Sweet.
Alrighty, and then as a bonus action, Cori, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okie doke. It's a 10.
All right, so your movement speed is reduced to 0, and you are unable to take reactions as they use a blood curse of binding upon you.
Okay.
You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending the effect on a success.
Okay.
So that is what Kodeth is doing. That was his action, bonus action. Next up are the Draconians, and Kendek and Strum are just mowing through these Keshan remnant, or these Keshans that have shown up at this place. They aren't difficult enemies, and I mean, like, you guys have fought the Keshin. They're scary in waves, but Kendek is big. He has a sword and an incredible fighting spirit that he loves to use in this time.
And a big lightning dog.
Yes, so him and Big Lightning Dog are doing their best to fight off some of these Keshin, and then they begin to make their way toward, like, they are fighting their way towards this Baelor. Likewise, Ren is up with this Baelor, and you can see that he is in the process of trying to claw into this creature. It seems like Ren thinks about using a breath weapon, but chooses better on it because he knows that a lot of these hellish creatures are immune to poisons. So as a poisony dragon, he's just having fun with this. Like, yeah, this is kind of scary. There's a Baelor here, but like, he's doing his best to just bite out and attack, and he seems to be faring better than I'm obviously he is a dragon, but it makes things a little bit more even on that front. And as the storm clouds continue to draw closer to your encampment, you hear another roll of thunder that seems to be accompanied by shouting, like yelling of what would sound like at least like a group of people, but you're not sure, and it seems to be accompanied with the rolling of the thunder in the clouds. Next up, Gwen.
Do these look like tall individuals? Or can we not see them at all?
You can just hear them.
Do they sound familiar at all to me?
They do not.
Okay. All right. So first up is going to be the Goliaths, Grayskull, and who did I say? Salamar?
Yes.
Grayskull and Salamar are going to attack recklessly at the Jinn thing.
The Afreet.
Afreet. It's a free. I don't know. The first one is an 18 to hit. The second one is a 24.
Both hit.
Okay. That's 14 for the first one and 6 for the second one, slashing.
Okay.
And then Gwen is going to attack this drow. Recklessly? Maybe? Okay, so that's 20... Nope, I'm sorry. 30... No, 28. 28 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, and that is... That's a 1. Oh, that's not even a D12. What the fuck am I doing? That's 19 damage on the first hit. The second hit is... Oh, a natural 20!
Blah, 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 blah.
It's happening! It's happening! It's not a... Okay, so I'm rolling 3d12 because of my brutal critical. Right, brutal critical. Extra crit, rerolling the 1s and 2s. Okay. That's 11, or I'm sorry, 12 plus 11 is 23 plus 33. 33 damage on the second hit.
Oof.
And yeah.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right, so that is helpful. Next up is going to be the this drow who is going to, let's see what he would want to do. I think that they are seeing the situation that they are in. They do not like this one bit. So they are going to... They're actually going to run past you about 10 feet. So Gwen, you would be able to take an attack of opportunity. Cori, you are still unable to take reactions, so you would not be able to.
This is the drow, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, that's my brutal critical. No, I still don't have the 19 crit, but yes, it's a 32.
Okay.
And that's 19 damage.
Okay, so they take 19. And they are not looking great. I mean, they have taken quite a bit of damage from the anti-magic squad known as Cori and Gwen. And now they are in that empty space between Kodeth and your group. They don't know where Arjhan is because invisible, which is always helpful. So they will not be targeting you, Arjhan. However, they are going to... you see them clap their hands together, and as they do, they begin to stretch their fingers out, and you see that in a spider web shape, there is electricity that is forming, and they are going to rear back and then shoot it forward, and they are going to cast a chain lightning spell. So I need Cori, Gwen, and the 2 Goliaths next to the Ifriti to make dex saves.
Does the binding do anything for me?
3 other targets. So let me check really quick on that one.
If it restrains or she auto fails the dex save.
You are not restrained. Your speed is reduced to 0 and you are unable to take reactions. However, Gwen, you do have disadvantage on saves from this creature.
Yep.
Right. Which is just a straight roll then.
Which just means straight roll.
Okay. And then
Got a
the
10
other
anyway.
what? The deck save. Oh. Gwen got an 18. Do I still get +4?
Yeah, you would still get
so long as
+4.
you're next to me, yeah.
Cool. So I got Gwen got the 22.
Okay.
Grayskull got dex +1 16.
16.
And Salamar total.
Yeah, 16 fails.
Okay. And then Salamar got a nat 1.
Also fails. So Gwen, you succeed. Your Goliaths fail. And then Cori, what did you get?
10.
10? Okay, you fail as well, as you are going to be taking 44 points of lightning damage on a failure, half as much on a success. Same goes for the Goliaths.
I'm sorry. One more time with the numbers.
44. Okay, and then that is that duder. Cori, you have a speed of 0. You can't take reactions. What would you like to do on your turn?
She's gonna take a moment. Blah. She's gonna take a moment to give herself a 4th level Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And she's just gonna hope that she saves out of this thing.
Roll that strength save.
Alrighty. That's the button right there. How's a 21 for you?
You save out. Congrats.
All right, I'm gonna go and
It
park
is at the
myself next
end
to...
of your turn.
Oh,
So you
okay.
wouldn't be
Never
able to
mind.
move after you save out.
Never mind.
Okay. Just wanted to get that taken care of. Next up is the Ifrit. And the Ifriti, now that it is not having to summon a fire elemental on its turn, is going to make some attacks against those troublesome Goliath guardians that are right next to it. So its first attack is a natural 20, and it is going to be attacking... It's probably going to be attacking Grayskull. So then that is going to be for... There we go.
He has, I think, like 2.
He has 2 hit points
2.
left?
Yeah,
He's gone.
Okay.
Because, there's a minimum of 4. And that's just from dice, not it being a crit. And then Salamarn, you got a 17 to hit with. And then that is going to be for... I need to roll one more of those. No, I was right. Okay. So that was going to be for 17 points of slashing damage and 7 points of fire damage. Salamarn's still up?
She's at 1.
Okay, sounds good. So then next up is the Fire Elemental. The Fire Elemental is also going to make a round of attacks towards Salamarn, as she is the last survivor. Does a 15 hit?
It does.
Okay, so then if she only has one left, it just reaches out, bamf. And then this fiery creature then turns towards you and Cori, and it is going to just shoot across the ground, leaving a trail of smoldering grass behind it. And it is going to make its second attack towards you, Gwen. So, thankfully, you attacked recklessly last turn, so that nat
Sure
1
did.
is not going to be the roll that I got, but a 17 instead to hit.
Yes, that does hit.
Okay, so Gwen, that is going to be for 9 points of fire damage, and
Okay.
I would consider you a creature. So
Rude.
creatures, as well as other flammable objects when they are struck by a fire elemental, ignite. So Gwen, you are currently on fire. What this means is that until you take an action to douse that fire, you will be taking some fire damage at the start of each of your turns.
Okay.
Then next up is Caelum.
Muted, seeing that the situation is kind of handled over there, he's gonna just float back to the fight, survey the situation, shrug, and he will nick the air with a finger, reach into this pocket dimension as he casts Crown of Stars, and he will pull out 12 marionettes and just let them hang by a thread, and they will like jitter alive.
Yucky. What does that do? But
Crown of Stars, I'm flavoring it as him using some marionettes, but where is it? What? There it is. So, 7 star-like motes of light appear and orbit your head until the spell ends. You can use a bonus action to send one of the motes streaking towards one creature or object within 120 feet of you. When you do so, make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 4d12 radiant damage. Whether you hit or miss, the mote is expended.
Okay. All right, so you cast Crown of Stars.
And I'm going to use a bonus action to hit the Drow with one.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's 7. So, actually, 7, 9 of them. Does a 11 will not hit.
It will not.
Oh well. That's my turn.
Okay. Next up, Arjhan.
Gwen, how you looking?
On a scale of 1 to 148, I'm at about an 11.
Would you prefer 8d4 healing or resistance to all damage?
I mean, I think healing.
All right. So you hear just like the smash of glass as Arjhan reappears grounded on the floor, having like cocked his crossbow back and breaking a potion bottle within it. He is aiming the crossbow at Gwen. He pulls the trigger.
Gwen doesn't notice.
And this bolt of this like red bolt of energy just like pierces Gwen in the back, like in her tattoo, and just like melts into her skin. You gain the benefits of taking a potion of superior healing, which is 8d4 plus 8 hit points, which I will roll for. SD4, 8d4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This plus 4. Come on, D&D Beyond. They're all in a corner. The physics engine is not happy. Oh, shit. You get 22 hit points back. That was one of my attacks.
Thank you.
For my second attack, I would like to shoot this man. My favorite foe. 29 is going to hit, I'm assuming.
Yes.
$12 points.
Okay.
For my bonus action, at first level, I will cast Cure Wounds, or not Cure Wounds, Healing Word on Gwen. Gwen, you get 4 hit points back. I have also used a spell on you. If you have a reaction, you can use it to make an attack.
I don't think I do.
You do not, because you used your reaction to hit the drow as he ran away.
Sweet, you get 4 more hit points. Yeah, and I'm just gonna like back up into the air a little bit, but I am visible this turn.
Okay. Sounds good. Next up, the Ravagers are still doing their thing. So it is Kodeth's turn. And Kodeth, seeing that you are still in mid-flight, he is going to... He's going to call out to you. And he just says, "Always running away. Why don't you ever fight on your own 2 feet?" And he is going to try and cast a compelled duel towards you.
Wisdom?
Yes.
Fuck you, counterspell.
You counterspelling?
I'm counterspelling at 4th.
Sweet. The Drow's getting a counterspell at 5.
Hell yeah, roll it.
Okay.
I think it's a 14.
Wait, if he counterspells at 5.
If he counterspells at a
Oh, I
level
did
higher
those,
than
yeah.
yours, it just... Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
17 on the save.
Okay, 17 is not enough. You suffer the effects
Plus
of
4.
a compelled... He's not close enough for
But-
Mirror Aura.
But
Because he
okay.
used shoots to heal. He doesn't have to go up and feed potion.
Okay.
So,
What does compelled duel do?
one creature that you can see within range must make a wisdom save. On a failed save, that creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine command. For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you and must make a wisdom save each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from you. If it succeeds on this saving throw, the spell doesn't restrict the target's movements.
Sweet.
Yep. So it's just fight me. And then he is going to... He's going to walk forward and pull out a... No, he's just going to walk forward and turn his longsword from one-handed to two-handed. And he seems ready to face... He seems ready to square off against you. Next up, the Draconians, Kodeth and... Or not Kodeth. Bah, I knew that this would
Kendek.
happen. Kendek. My good boy Ken. Kendek and Stroom are, again, continuously making their way through these Keshin, but now they are at the point where they are fighting this Baelor next to Ren, and they are all just kind of laying into this creature. It is at this point, though, that the Baelor, being the wild child that it is, begins to summon more of its demon companions to fight alongside. So there is a brief moment where Kendek, Stroom, and Ren are surrounded by what looks like about like a Baelor and then roughly 12 demons that are all, again, kind of like encroaching upon them. Those heavy storm clouds are directly above your camp now. And as the thunder rolls, you see that there is a bright, vibrant flash of lightning that seems to course through with it. And you swear that that lightning looks like a 5-headed symbol that you have seen before. And through that rumbling lightning and rumbling thunder, you hear just cackling laughter. It seems like something up there is ready for a fight. That is it for its turn. Gwen.
Lord in heaven. It's just Gwen. It's just Gwen now. There's no one around me right at the second.
No. Well, Cori is. She's someone.
Hi, Cori.
Hi. Hi.
The fire elemental is also near you, and the Ifrit is nearby.
Yeah, fuck that thing. That is not something I want to mess with. I'm also on fire, right?
You are. Yeah, we forgot about that. Roll a d10.
Okay, I was gonna roll a d20 to do second wind, but the 6.
Okay, you take 6 points of fire damage from being on fire.
Cool. Gwen is going to use her she'll use her bonus action to get back 14 hit points. Okay, here's the thing. If I put the fire out on me, I also put the fire out in me, and my rage ends, because that's a full action, right?
Yep.
Bollocks. I should not be weighing it this much. There's
Keep the fire going. I'll take care of you.
Is what's close to me? Were the fire elementals close?
Yep.
But the Drow summoned it, right?
Yeah, and he backed up like 20 feet after that. Like.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I'm gonna go kill him.
Okay. The fire elemental is going to try and make an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay.
That is going to be for 16.
That matches.
All right, so Gwen, you take 10 points of fire damage.
Ow. Okay. Now I'm gonna attack this Drow and hopefully kill him. But we'll all see. The first attack is 19 on the dice again.
Okay,
so
that'll hit.
The second one is 2 natural 1s. But I'm lucky.
Counts for something.
I rolled another natural 1. What?
Oof.
What? Fuck you, dice.
So in Rime of the Frost Maiden last night, we had 3 20s that were rolled in a row. So, you know.
Retribution.
Don't you re-roll the entire advantage because you were attacking recklessly?
No, I think I just re-rolled 1.
Oh, right, because you did the halfling luck.
So it was attacking recklessly. That was why she rolled 2 dice. Both were 1s, so she re-rolled one of those 1s with the lucky. It still showed up a 1.
And she has to use
whatever wish. Yeah, the need to roll.
Yeah, holy shit. Okay.
It does say that you have to use the new roll, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
fuck.
that's never happened before.
We got one.
But I got one, so let's do that one. Please stay on the table. That is a 15 to damage.
15? Okay.
Yes. And that's my turn. So this halfling, on fire halfling, is just running at this Drow with the handsome.
Okay. So that was your action. You used a bonus action to second wind. All right, so looking good there. Next up, it is the Drow's turn. And they're just going to cut into you. You attacked recklessly, so it makes it easy for them. So that is, let me see here. That's a 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Gwen's making bad life decisions tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So Gwen, you are going to be taking 8 points of slashing damage, and then 19 points of poison. They're going to
Yay.
make their second attack towards you. Or the 28 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be for 7 points of slashing damage and then 10 points of poison. And they are going to make their third attack towards you with a...
They don't need to.
Why?
One went down again.
You think that's going to stop them?
Oh, that's fine.
So yeah, Gwen, take 2 failed death saves.
Wait. Is it finally happening?
Who knows?
Cori, you better get to me.
We're almost at the break. What could possibly happen there?
Indoor, what the fuck?
So-
Why would you say that?
Next up, Cori.
Well, everybody else is doing fine, right?
Except Gwen, who is on fire and also unconscious. And after you watched her fall, you watched somebody give her a stab.
Yeah. Oh.
There's also a fire elemental nearby and a Freedy nearby. Caelum's like
all right.
in the sky with the crown of stars, Sumerian
Yeah.
mats, like that is.
Yeah, no, I had a plan, but like the plan hasn't really changed. I'm going to spend a hit die to quick change to summer. I'm going to spend another hit die to infer my benefits of fire resistance to Gwen. So Gwen, you get a summer form. And I'm going to use my standard action to give her a good old cure wounds at 4th level.
Okay, so you are rushing past the fiery, or no, you bamfed there, right?
No, I can't bamf.
Okay, so you're just
but I
running
will
to
I will turn to summer form before I do that.
Okay, sounds good. So they are still going to try and attack you. That's a 19 on the die. So
That's a miss.
a
A 20?
it'd be a
20
total
would
of
hit.
25.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That hits.
All right, so Cori, you are going to be taking 14 points of fire damage, and you are now on fire.
That's fine. Summer Cori! Cori runs over, and you get 21 hit points back. That's my turn.
Okay, so seeing as how all of the threats are now a little bit forward, the Afriti is going to... Yes, I think that will do nicely. The Afriti is going to begin hurling some flames towards Arjhan. As Arjhan, you are floating in the sky, and he was summoned for one reason and one reason only. So, does an 18 hit?
It does not.
Okay. Does a 26 hit?
It does.
Okay, so you are going to be taking 25 points of fire damage as this Afriti throws a fire, just throws some fire towards you. I would say a fireball, but that's a different spell entirely. It's just... boop. He's thrown it. Okay. So he has thrown that towards you. Next up is the fire elemental, who again is going to kind of snake forward. And is going to be attacking... It'll probably attack Cori. As Cori, you just left its range previous. So its first attack is a 19 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, and then it rolled less than a 19 on the second hit. So it is just trying to strike out against you. But its attacks just seem to always fall short. Next up, Caelum. Caelum, there is the Afriti who's throwing fire up in the sky towards Arjhan. There's the fire elemental that is next to Gwen, who is on fire, Cori, who is on fire, and then the Drow who's standing right there. Arjhan is in the sky, and then Kodeth is just with his longsword, like, has cast something towards Arjhan.
Quite literally, this is a shit show.
Oh, yes. There's a Baelor and a dragon, like, punching each other in the background.
Okay, Caelum is going to cast a Guiding Volt at 3rd level at the Afridi.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
So it'll be taking 17 points of lightning damage, and I'm going to use a bonus action to send one of my marionettes to attack it,
Okay.
which is at advantage because it got hit by the Guiding Volt. Hell yeah.
And
this
then,
one.
just so I understand, the Crown of Stars, is that a concentration spell?
It is not.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Does a 13 will not hit.
It will not, no.
They're trying. They really are.
They're new at this.
They're new at this. That's my turn.
Okay.
I'll be floating like 30 feet in front of the Afridi.
Okay, next up, Arjhan.
For the compelled duel, it says I have to be within 30 feet of him. I'm assuming that the intention is that I cannot escape his melee attacks, but I can be in a space that's 30 feet.
He wants you
Away
on the
from him.
ground. Yeah.
So do you want to put in, like, for this, that I shouldn't be out of range for his melee attacks? Because
Rules is written, it's fine. His intent
Okay.
was to try and keep you close.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action to use Nature's Veil at the beginning of my turn. So it's like I'm flying directly toward Kodeth, but then I vanish from sight. I'm going to fly directly above him. Gwen, how are you holding up?
I'll be fine.
I'm gonna run out of heals eventually.
I'm at 21.
I don't have a lot of spell slots left.
I'll get to her if she doesn't go down next turn.
You hear a crack of glass, and another streak of energy hits you in the back. You heal 44 plus 4. If you want to roll it, you can. Sweet. Oh no. And for my next trick, I am going to shoot my favorite foe. He cannot see me. I will take this at advantage.
Okay.
$26.
26 hits.
$15 points of acid damage.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's my turn.
Okay. So next up is going to be Kodeth's turn. And he looks up, and so he can he see you now? Your invisibility broken? No?
It says until the start of my next turn.
Gotcha. So he is going to look at your allies, and he is going to attempt to cast a spell once again, but this time targeting Cori. So, Cori, I need you to make a charisma save.
Nope. 27.
27, you succeed. You have felt the effects of a spell like this before. You're pretty sure that he attempted to banish you.
Ah. That's fun.
Scoff. So that is what he is going to try and do. And then you see him pull out a crossbow. Actually, no.
Dare use my own spells against me.
No, I think that he is just going to wait with his longsword, but he's going to take a more defensive stance. So that is what Kodeth is going to do. And then for this, you see, again, this Baelor has summoned forth a herd of these demons. And they are beginning to swarm your friends. So Strum, Kodeth, or damn it, Kendek, and Ren. Ren is a tentative friend. He's there, at least, being a big goddamn dragon. However, there are these swarms of demons that are assaulting them. And from the sky, through these rumblings, you see as 5 lightning bolts streak down in succession towards the ground. And at the first 4, you see these humanoid-looking individuals that have what look like scales kind of intermingling with their skin. And they seem to have come down from this lightning. And as they appear, they look towards these group of demons, and then they just begin to like just hooping and hollering with different weapons. Like one of them takes a bow, and you see them like pull a bowstring back and just loose a lightning bolt using this weapon as their arcane focus rather than a traditional means. And they begin to fight on your behalf, it would seem. And you see as a strong streak of lightning shoots down from the sky and lands. From this lightning bolt, you see emerging at least an 8-foot-tall dragonborn, pure white as snow. And she rears back with a large great axe in her hands, this flowing cape made of furs and other things that looks definitely much more like it is a... like almost like a chieftain's robe. Like Gwen, you would recognize something like this. And she just lets out this yell. And as she does, the air around her begins to crackle with electricity. And she points her great axe towards the Baelor. And in a language you do not understand, she cries for the people that she has appeared with to begin to attack it. And that is where we are going to go onto our break for the evening. We're going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, so don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon. And we're back. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. It's a little high.
Yeah, a little lower.
You gotta lower it down.
Little.
Yeah,
How
there
long?
it is. There it's centered.
Cool. So remember, kids, if you want to get a TM mask to represent, you go to the merch store.
And where's that hand?
Indoor Adventures.
Redbubble.
Redbubble. Yeah, that.
No S at the end. There's no S at the
Red-
end. It's just indooradventure.redbubble.com.
This was a lot more poorly thought out than I thought. It's really
Who didn't brief the
cramped under
naked
here.
Kermit?
He's a naked Muppet. Is that what this is?
Rah!
Look, I gotta hand it to you. The improv was okay.
Ah!
Cool. My job
I
here
think
is
you
done.
fat-fingered your way through it.
I never saw that coming. I'm not gonna lie.
Sona.
All right, so we are back. A white draconian has actually just arrived. We said dragonborn earlier, but it is something of note to admit. She also has very large tail, as is one of those telltale signs of the draconians that we've seen up until this point.
Telltale.
Telltale, not the games though; they're not around.
Yeah, they are.
Gwen, it is the start of your turn. Roll me a d10 for fire damage. Resistance to the fire damage, though, because Cori shared her summer form with you.
Oh, good. It's
Here
only
to help.
3 after the reduction.
Only 3
Okie
after
dokie.
redux? Okay.
Uh-huh. After reduction. Can I would like to kill this motherfucker who has been taking a lot of hits from me and not dying. This drow.
Yeah, for sure.
Is the portal still open?
No.
Okay.
Oh, it would be cool to just kick him in there.
Oh, that's what I wanted to do. That's exactly what I wanted to do. That would be 27 for the first hit.
Okay.
And 26 for the second.
Yeah, both of those will hit.
That is 20 damage on the first hit and 20 damage on the second hit.
Nice.
And I would like my bonus action to re-summon Grayskull as my echo.
And Grayskull, when he comes back, looks over towards the Ifrit, and it's one of those, like, you thought, I didn't hear no fucking bell. Let's go. Like, he looks, you've never seen your spirits look messed up before, but, like, on his spiritual personage, there are, like, bruises and scuffs and, like, a little bit of blood coming from his nose. Like, he looks messed up, but, like, he's rearing to go.
But still badass.
Oh, yeah. So, Gwen, that was your turn. Then next up is the Drow. And the Drow they have taken quite an amount of damage from you, and they don't like that at all. However, there's not much that they can really do at this point. Other than hope for the best. So what they are going to do is that, let me see. Yeah, they're just going to try and attack you. They're just going to swing out with their scimitar. So that is going to be a 30 to hit on the first attack. That is going to be for 6 points of slashing and then 16 points of poison.
Okay.
21 to hit on the second attack. For what was that number? Yeah, for 8 points of slashing and 17 points of poison.
Gwen goes down again.
And then they are going to make another attack against you. Or actually, because Cori, you showed up behind Gwen.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to make the attack, and then they're going to back up, and then they're going to be next to Kodeth.
Towards me?
Yeah, they are going to make a stabby towards you. Now, let me just check something real quick. So... Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. So yes, Gwen, you are at 2 failed death saves, and this drow has gone back to hanging out next to Kodeth. Next up is Cori.
Hello.
Cori, roll a d10 for me because you are also on fire.
Yep, sure am. D10s are kept right here. That's 9, so I take 4. All right. No two people are not on fire. Okay. Gwen is down.
Gwen is down again.
She has 2 death saving throws.
That is correct.
2 failed. Okay. Okay.
There is a fire elemental near you. There is an Ifrit nearby, and then Kodeth and the Drow are partying up next to each other.
Did Gwen get the 2 death saves this turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he downed her on the second attack, and then with the third stab, back up.
So rude. I'm getting the idea I can't out heal these guys, but I'm having the healer's dilemma.
Same.
Can I? And I'm also having a hard time tracking everyone that's in this combat. There's an Ifrit, there's a Drow, and Kodeth.
And the flame elemental.
And the flame elemental.
Yes.
Okay.
So there are really 4 enemies that you need to worry about right now.
Okay. And the flame elemental and the Ifrit are the ones that are close to us?
Yes, those are the ones that are closest. Flame,
Can't-
the fire elemental is directly on you. The Ifrit is a little bit away. They did not come to attack with scimitar. They were throwing fire at Arjhan up in the air.
Can I possibly maneuver to get all 3 of them in a line?
You would be able to get 2 of them in a line, but not all 3.
Okay. I don't have a bonus action heal, but I also haven't attacked this fight. I'm gonna heal Gwen with a cure wounds. 3d8 plus 4. That is 20.
You can attack. Don't feel obligated to heal me.
I'm the
Three
only
people
heal.
can
Well,
heal.
I mean, Arjhan's a heal. Don't worry about it. I'm
So-
taking too long to decide.
So
I-
I was gonna point out, where's everybody at with their potions? Because I can use one of my attacks to shoot Gwen with a potion.
I have.
And you can do a free object interaction to give me a potion.
I have I have 2 graders.
I do have 2 graders as well.
I have one that I can shoot her with this round. But after
But we need to
that,
reload you. Yeah.
I'm gonna need some potions.
Okay. Are you anywhere near me? Could I possibly hand you a potion?
You can toss me one.
Gwen has a potion of healing on her. Just a regular potion of healing, too. I don't know if that matters.
Okay. So should I heal or attack?
Go with your heart.
Uh,
One of my attacks this round is going to be used to heal Gwen.
okay. I'm gonna hand you both of my potions.
God.
One of my potions? I don't know. I feel like I'm getting a lot of mixed signals here.
So, you will not be able to directly hand. You will have to toss the potion towards Arjhan, who is currently flying in the sky. It has also not been
Gotcha.
Arjhan's full turn yet, so he is still invisible.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try and get the 2 people that I can in a line and lightning bolt them.
Okay, so that would be either the Flame Elemental and the Ifrit, or the Flame Elemental and Kodeth, or the Flame Elemental and the Drow.
Flame elemental and the Drow.
Okay,
Where did my lightning bolt go? There it is.
so
So I need a dex save from both of them.
that is a 5 and a 7 on the die. Neither of them can roll high enough, I believe. Actually, no, the Drow can get an 18 on their save. Fire Elemental is
Okay.
not so lucky.
18 will save. It's 30 damage for the fire elemental and 15 for the Drow.
Okay,
No bonus action.
all right.
That's it.
The Fire Elemental takes its first amount of damage this game. That is fine. So, then next up, just need to put in a quick formula here. Okay. So then after Cori's turn, it is the Ifrit. And the Ifrit can no longer see Arjhan. So they are... What are
I
they
did fly
going to do?
down in front of him.
Okay, so you are
3 feet
directly...
away.
Okay, so you're in front of this guy, though?
A few feet away, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they are going to begin... Yeah, they're going to begin attacking you.
Cool. When he enters my range, I'm going to use my reaction to cast a Nevermore at 5th level.
Okay.
to
Drow
hit.
is going to attempt to counterspell at 3rd, so they will have to roll for it. That is an 18 on the die.
Okay.
Am I not close enough to the Drow for a thingamajig?
No.
He moved
Okay.
to Kodeth.
Yeah, he moved back up to Kodeth. So The Ifrit is going to get up on you, Caelum, and then they are going to make 2 attacks towards you with their scimitar. 19 on the first one.
Misses.
Misses. Okay. And then a 21 on the second.
Meets.
Okay. So then that is going to be for... No. What? Let's do... Okay, so that is going to be for 15 points of slashing damage and 10 points of fire.
Okay.
And you said that he missed on his first attack, so he only gets the 2. But he is currently engaged with you.
Oh, by the way, Caelum tilts his head to the side and says, harder, because he's immune to fire damage.
Okay. Well, not immune to the sword. Just probably resistant, though, right?
Nope.
Oh, sweet.
It's just a small amount.
Next up is the Fire Elemental. And the Fire Elemental is going to do the thing that it has been doing this entire time, which is just making some touch attacks. It is going to make these towards Cori. So, first attack is going to be a 14. That's not enough. And then a 12, which is also not enough. It is getting frustrated with itself at this point.
Oh, but you're trying. It's fine.
I'm just trying so hard. Next up, Caelum.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny. He's going to turn his head to the Drow and overcharge to 9th level and just say in the language of the lost, fuck you, and cast Power Word Stun.
Okay, which does...
He is stunned.
Is there a save involved?
If the target has 150 points or fewer, it is stunned. Otherwise, the spell has no effect. The stunned target must make a con save at the end of its next turn.
Okay.
On a successful save, the stun ends.
Gotcha. Okay, so is stunned now. Who's not expecting that? A very large spell. How much does Caelum age?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. How old is Caelum now? He's 182 now. 282, sorry.
He's getting up there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that won't catch up to him at all.
He's basically an adult in elf years. It's fine.
Next up, Arjhan.
It me. I'm visible. Gwen, you're down. Load it, cock it, pull it. Gwen gets shot up with the potion of greater healing. 44 plus 4.
How much did you get?
12.
Nice.
No. No, I did not roll well. But I'm not dead.
Second attack. Second attack, I'm going to use my second breath weapon.
Oh fuck.
I need a DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
Okay. DC 16. That's a 16.
That meets, he will take half of 14, so he'll take 7 points of acid damage.
Okay.
From a bonus action. Who has a reaction that they would like to use?
Or if it means hitting the Drow.
He's away from you, isn't he?
Yeah, the Drow moved away. You are next to the fire elemental. Still just like
And is
hanging
still on
out.
fire.
Yep. You and Cori both.
Well, positing you're not raging anymore, so you might as well hit him now and then use your action to put yourself out.
true.
you need the hit points.
I do. You're right.
You get 7. I can give
Oh.
you 7.
Thanks, love.
You have a reaction if you choose to use it.
Yeah, I'll hit the fire elemental. Why not? What could happen if I hit? Has anyone hit this guy yet?
He got shot
with
with a
anything.
lightning bolt.
Yeah, but not with a melee attack.
Yeah, I'm concerned that you know what, I'm not going to do that. Gwen is not going to do that because she is still on fire, and
You know what? Let Cori hit it. We'll see what happens there.
Gwen needs the hit points.
Gwen needs a hit point.
You get hit points for it. Never mind.
She got the hit points. Yeah. Cool. That's my turn.
Okay. Sounds good. So you are still in the air, much to Kodeth's chagrin. But I think at this point, Kodeth is... Yeah. He is going to take a few steps forward from where the... Yeah, he is actually going to come up to where the flame elemental is. He's going to be right on Gwen and Cori with Arjhan there as well. And he is going to take his longsword and he is going to like straighten it upwards, and you see that it begins to almost vibrate with this hellish energy, and then he is going to slam it down into the earth, and he is going to cast a destructive wave as the blade pierces into the earth. So
That's my fucking house.
Counterspell at 5th level. Is the Drow gonna try?
the Drow will try.
Okay.
That is a 16 on the die.
That does beat.
So I need 4... Yeah, this would actually be everybody because it is in a sphere originating on Kodeth. I need you all to make a Constitution save.
is this against being poisoned?
It is not.
Oh,
12.
Fail.
24.
15.
Sweet deal. So Gwen, you save. Everyone else does not. So on a failed save, you are going to be taking 14 points of thunder damage and 19 points of necrotic damage, half as much on a success.
Sorry.
14 and 19.
Yes.
What is half of 14 and 19?
Half of 14 is 7, half of 19 is 9. So 16.
Okay. Okay, so I saved. He is still my favorite foe.
Okay. Also, everyone who fails is knocked prone.
Well, I'm on the ground now.
And I think Kodeth definitely will like get close to you now that you are on the ground. He can't get all the way towards you, but he is approaching.
Yeah, you can. I can't get without 30 feet of him.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, he had to move in order to get everybody into the sphere, which is why. So with the rest of his movement, he is getting closer towards you, but he cannot get all the way there. Oh yeah, I need to roll for the fire elemental because he was there. He was there too.
Wouldn't the Free get hit too because he moved up to Caelum?
The Ifriti was just out of bounds on that one. So then, here we go. Fire elemental has seen better days, certainly. That was what Kodeth was doing. Next up, the Draconians, who are now being accompanied by these new allies that literally showed up out of the sky. And there are... It is like a... This is sport to them. They are cheering, they are yelling, they are hooping and hollering, and you are watching as this large white dragonborn with just electricity radiating around her is just taking this great axe and laying into one enemy, like turns into a lightning bolt, shoots over to another enemy, and then just brings it up over her head, slams in. She is having the time of her life on this one. And she says something, and you hear her say something towards Ren, and then Ren will respond in that same language. And that is it for their turn. Gwen, I need you to roll a d10 for me.
Yay. 7.
You take 7 points
Gwen
of fire
goes down.
damage.
Wait. Do I still have the thing up from Caelum, the resistance?
No, that's Cori.
Yeah, that would be Cori, yes.
Oh, right. I do?
I believe so.
So long as you're within 10 feet of me.
Okay, Gwen is still up. Gwen will take her action to put out the fire on her. And then she will... I'm sitting at 1 HP right now. I'm going to... Is a potion a bonus action?
That's a full round action.
Okay, so that's it. She puts herself out.
Okay.
And I'll use my bonus action to... I guess I shouldn't use my bonus action to rage. That doesn't matter. Can't really...
Don't you have a bonus action that you can use for Grayskull to attack?
Well, I have to summon him first. And I just got up, yeah. So that's it.
Okay.
Do you want to chuck me a potion?
Are you? You're visible.
I'm on the
right?
ground though. I'm on the ground though.
Range
know if
attacks
I
are
did.
at disadvantage.
It would be disadvantage tossing it over to her.
I also used my action, so I can't.
Free object interaction.
Yeah. That's an object
Oh, is
interaction to throw it. Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, you miss.
She's
Splashes
gonna
on
slide
Arjhan.
it. She's gonna slide it on the ground.
You have a lot of strength.
disadvantage.
Yeah, you can try and bowling ball a potion over there.
Would this be an athletics check or what?
This would be a ranged attack using the same stats.
Okay.
You can either use strength or dexterity for this.
All right. I mean, I rolled a 17.
Okay, that
So
doesn't hit me.
5. So plus 5 for my
Because you are
strength.
rolling it, you roll it real fucking far, and it goes past Kodeth, who just doesn't even seem to be paying attention. Arjhan, it is within grabbing distance, but you will have to use your object interaction on your turn to be able to grab it.
Sweet.
Next up, the Drow. And the Drow, at this point, is like holding on to his side. He has been attacked and assaulted after everything he's done. He praised Lolth, and this is where it's gotten him. But he is going to cast Magic Missile. As you see 4 motes of energy appear above his head. And they are all going to be homing towards Gwen.
Counterspell 5th level.
Okay. Sounds good.
It's the fucking lightsaber duel where the Sith and the Jedi are flicking on and off each other's lightsabers.
Question.
Yes.
You had attempted to counterspell the wave, correct?
Oh shit, you're right.
So you would not have your reaction.
I would not have it. Yep. Well, bye Gwen.
I mean, how many episodes are we in?
130?
If this is the first time Gwen dies. I mean, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, some catching up to do.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, Gwen, you just get peppered with these 4 magic missile bolts. And then let me see. Yeah, as their bonus action, the Drow is going to point their crossbow towards you, Cori, and they are going to make a shot. Or at least attempt one. That is a 20 to hit.
Hit spot on.
Okay, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
16.
Okay, so 16 is a success. You are not poisoned, but you will, however, be taking 9 points of piercing damage. As
Exactly enough to drop me.
as this Drow, as Caelum, you watch as Gwen gets peppered by these missiles, drops. Cori gets shot with a bolt out of, like, same dude, just bonus action. She drops as well. That is it for his turn. He is not looking, or no! Because I also forgot, rewind, he is stunned from a power word stun that was used previously. So let's go back a little bit on that one. I do apologize on that one. I even had a note that said he was stunned until the end of his turn.
Even I forgot. I'm sorry. I should have been keeping tabs on that.
That's okay. This is why we have notes.
There's a lot going on.
Wait, hold up. Rewind. Shield in reverse. Let's do this. So, yes, he is stunned. He has to try and make a save against this stun at the end of his turn.
Yep, con 16.
Okay. He succeeds.
Hell yeah.
He's no longer stunned. Cori, it is your turn. Having not been shot with a crossbow bolt, what would you like to do? You and Gwen are both standing and feeling fine. There was weird, like, ripple in reality where you thought, maybe if this Drow were not stunned and Caelum had not used this power word stun, things would go well. Normally you tell him not to overcharge. Thank God he overcharged this time.
Gwen is still up.
I have one.
She's not on fire.
That's nice. Well, time to spend 10 hit die. Cori has managed to use every single one of her brand new abilities this fight. Might as well go for broke. I have exactly 10 hit die left, so I'm gonna just blow the wad. That's the last of them. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the Blessing of the Mantle as a standard action. Spend at least 10 hit die. Roll the spent dice and add them together. Any number of allies you choose within 120 feet regain a number of hit points equal to that total. The targets also gain 1 temporary hit point per dice spent. This sounds great, you guys might be thinking. This sounds wonderful, you guys may be asking. It benefits everybody but Cori.
And Cori, what does this look like?
God. I don't have a lot of spoons right now. I wish I could. Can you take over for me?
So, as the Mantle would have you believe, I imagine that there is this moment, Cori, where you are not used to using these abilities yet. This is something that you are still in the process of learning how to harness. But as combat swells and there is an army of demons fighting off an army of dragons and dragon followers that just seem to have appeared literally from nowhere. And you have these, like, memories almost of what if Caelum had not been able to do all these spells. Everything is a lot. There is so much going on, but you just take this moment to just inhale and exhale. And as you do, the lines of like where your armor is separated between, like, your pauldrons and your forearms along your coat, there is just this golden outline that begins to glow. And as it begins to glow outwards, a corona appears above your head that looks very similar to a crown that just begins to like a coronet that begins to just radiate outwards. And it starts with just that 30-foot radius around, or that 10-foot radius around you, where your paladin abilities usually will go to. And it seems like there is like, it's meeting a point of tension, and then you exhale. And as you exhale, it just shatters past that point of tension as this wave of holy energy just erupts from you. You are not included in this. Like you said, there's this small bubble around you of where this exhalation has occurred. And that corona, that coronet that is above you, fades after you use this. But you still have a little bit of these glowies on you, having used these abilities. Everyone healed.
34 HP and 10 temporary HP.
Okay. So that is Cori. And then you didn't have a bonus action or anything else?
No.
Okay. Next up is the Ifrit, who is still partying with Caelum. So, Ifriti to Caelum. He going to make a series of slash attacks. Let's see how that works out for him. He rolled terrible. Absolute trash. Highest that he got was an 18, which I'm pretty sure misses because you said that a 19 missed last time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, he is doing his best to make his attacks towards you, but he does not seem to be able to... He does not seem to be able to keep this under momentum. Next up, however, is the Fire Elemental. The Fire Elemental, seeing as how Cori has just like radiated with this golden energy, they've had difficulty trying to attack Cori this whole time. There is a creature who is not on fire. It doesn't understand why you wouldn't want to be on fire. The Fire Elemental is going to be attacking Gwen. So first attack. Yeah.
Did you make those attacks at advantage because we're all prone
Right.
from the destructive wave?
Thank you. I did not for the Ifrit, so the Ifrit would have missed for their first attack then. Second attack. I went crit fishing and I failed, but I still got a 24 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, and then you are going to be taking... That is... 9 points of slashing damage and fire damage, like you said, does not matter. Unless, is Tasha's transformation concentration?
Tasha's is concentration. I've been making them.
Okay, good. And then you'll have to roll for this attack as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next up is Fire Elemental, who is going to try and attack Gwen. That is a 15 to hit.
Oh my god, it doesn't hit me.
130 episodes, first time for everything. All right, second attack. It is going to get a 25 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay, so Gwen, you are going to be taking... you are going to be taking 8 points of fire damage, and you are once again on fire.
Fuck!
All right, next up, Caelum.
Bonus action, Blessing of the Raven Queen behind the Drow.
Is more... Your blessing is 60 feet or 30 feet?
30 feet.
Okay, you wouldn't be able to get directly behind him. You would at least get close,
So,
though.
I'd get 30 feet away so I don't provoke, and then I'll use my fly speed the rest of the way, which is 40.
Okay.
Gonna hit him twice. Actually, no, fuck that. Third level Nevermore.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does not.
As
As you go to, like, use that Nevermore, like, just directly into his back, there's something about being a drow and always being prepared to somebody trying to stab you in the back that you just have, like, this innate sixth sense.
You know,
like,
it's
no.
like something Loth gave you, kind of like a spider sense.
Yeah.
Eight.
A tingly up your spine. But, like,
You're
as
Peter
you do
Tingle.
this, gross, God, no. Like your arm goes like right towards where sensitive bits would be, and he just moves, grabs your forearm, pulls it forward as your spell just like fires off into where a person should have been, and then they are just going to whip around, so they are staring off towards you.
Hi. Well, hello there.
And they just look at you with like a little bit of a head tilt, like they don't understand what you are at this point, but it's not their job to understand. Next up, Arjhan.
I'm gonna pick up that potion that was rolled over to me. I'm gonna refresh the Twitch page so that I can see how everybody's doing. Holy shit. Cori, where you at?
I got 2 hit points.
No, where are you?
Oh, I'm over. Well, I don't know.
So,
I shoot Cori.
okay.
Okay.
Cori, you get 4d4 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4?
4d4 plus 4.
Okay. 9 plus 4 is 13.
Gwen,
Hi, I'm Gwen.
you get 12. As
Thanks.
I cast Healing Word again.
Appreciate you. You look
If you
great.
have a reaction, you may use it.
Yeah, fuck this fire elemental. I'm gonna poke him right in the ass. Oh jeez, that's only a 24.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that'll hit him. Hey, Gwen, roll a d10 for me.
It's not my turn.
I know.
Oh. I rolled a 2.
You take 2 points of fire damage.
No, I'm sorry. That was the first damage.
Oh, okay.
So the damage, I re-rolled it. The damage is 22. And my fire damage, which is going to be halved, is 10. So I take 5 fire damage.
Yay.
Ah. Come on, fire.
I'm gonna cock the crossbow one more time, and while on my back, shoot up at Kodeth. And I want to use the I want to shotgun myself back and kick off all the ground so that I'm flying again. That's gonna be 17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
All right. I'm up.
Okay.
That's it.
You're up. You're in the air. It's Kodeth's turn. And they are... He's so frustrated. He's so frustrated that this whole time he has wanted nothing more than to attack you. And you keep scooting away with your wingies. So he is going to pull out a crossbow. And he is going to make a series of attacks towards you. No, he would use a short bow. He wouldn't use a crossbow. Yeah. So he is going to try and shoot you with his short F bow. That is a natural 20. So that is going to be for... That is going to be for a total of 9 points of piercing damage. Then he's going to make a second attack towards you. That is a 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For 6 points of piercing. And then third attack is a 22.
Mm-hmm.
And that is for 7 points of piercing. as he looses these 3 into ye. That is his turn. Meanwhile, the Draconians look like they are almost done with the Baelor, which is helpful because, again, they had a dragon fighting with them the entire time. And Kendek and Strum will look over towards the new group that has arrived, and with a quick nod, he is actually going to disengage from the Baelor and then run into town with Strum, as it looks like they are going to deal with the rest of the Keshen and other groups that are still here causing issues. Meanwhile, this White Dragonborn, as she is fighting, looses yet another yell and barks an order towards one of these other individuals that came there with her, and you see that they in like almost a scooping motion that starts low and then raises upward, they will cast an enlarge spell onto her. And so you see this Dragonborn just grow to about like 15, 16 feet tall with this great axe and just starts laying into the Baelor. Next up, Gwen.
1d10, right?
Yes.
Okay. I rolled a 3, so it's a 1 damage. There go my temp HP. Gwen is going to... How close is the Drow?
He's about 30 feet away from you, and he's currently engaged with Caelum.
Okay. Gwen is going to... she's going to do 2 attacks on this fire elemental. Hold on. Is, what?
I was gonna ask if you had your TP boots on.
My what?
Your teleportation boots.
No, my bracers.
Yeah.
I do, but Cori's right here, right?
Yes, Cori is right where you are.
Yeah, so I don't want to do that. So I guess I'm just going to Gwen is going to use her bonus action to rage, and then she is going to do 2 attacks.
Okay.
And I will roll the fire damage after 29 and 25.
Yeah, those both hit.
Oh, that's a 1. Jesus, that's also a 1. Do I roll all the ones? Reroll 1s and 2 on damage dice with 2-handed weapons. Sorry, let me just check that real quick. But the second attack does 16 damage.
Okay.
The first attack, I'm just double checking if it's I only reroll once. Feral instinct. Damn it. When you can reroll 1 additional damage dice. Oh no, that's not it. You can reroll a 1 or 2 damage dice melee weapon attacks with 2-handed. Must use the new roll. Okay, so the second one or the first one is 11.
Okay. So you are finally able to get rid of this annoying fucking fire elemental that's just been kind of like slap handsing you this entire battle, but you still have to roll 2d10 for the fire damage. And you are also still on fire, but at least the source of that fire is gone.
So that was 14 total. I'm taking 7.
Yes.
Thanks.
No problem. So then that guy is down. Next up is the Drow. And the Drow has Caelum directly on him. So they are going to make a series of scimitar attacks towards you. So first scimitar attack is a 30 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Then get these. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so that is going to be for 7 points of slashing damage and 15 points of poison damage. And you have disadvantage.
Immune to poison.
Nice. All right, so Scimitar attack again for another 30.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be for 11 points of slashing damage and immune to poison. And then Tasha's still up?
Yep.
Okay. And that's a natural 1 for their last attack. So when they realize that, like, they're hitting you and they're used to people being like, the poison coursing through my veins, and, like, they aren't seeing that, they are getting, they're a little sus about it. They don't like being they don't like being in encounters where poison is not a thing that will work. So that is it for them. Next up, Cori.
Okay. So the fire elemental is down. Where is the Ifrit?
The Ifrit is about 25, 30 feet away from where you are. He's currently just kind of like standing by himself. He was engaged with Caelum, but then Caelum teleported away and flew and is attacking the Drow, and now he's just kind of hanging out.
Okay. Can I run up to the Drow for attacks?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do that. I'll run up for attacks. First attack is a dirty 20.
Okay.
To hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
They're going to use a first level spell slot for a shield. So it will miss.
I'm next to them, so I get a reaction.
Okay.
But
Last
that one's
third
a
level spell slot to counterspell. Fuck you.
Okay. You still get the attack, Cori.
okay.
You get
Well,
2
that
attacks.
attack was a 15 with that hit.
15 would not hit.
Okay. I'll resolve my second attack then. 13.
Nope.
All right.
Your 20 does hit, though. I counterspell the shield.
Yeah, the
Oh,
20
the first.
would have hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
God. Okay.
You're fine. You're fine.
That's 11 slashing damage. And I'll throw a third level smite on there.
Okay.
19 radiant damage.
So, Cori, this Drow has been causing problems this whole time. What does it look like when you drop him?
She has done a lot of like young god powers at this point. So she's actually very weary. She's like swinging at him like, haphazardly, like, and like having to take a breath in between each swing. And then like finally she like gets one good swing in on him. And that like shield goes up and there's like that moment of despair as like her sword is just like held in place by his shield. And then Caelum counterspells it and the sword goes through him.
Hell yeah. Anonymous Gifter, thank you so much. Oh, you gave it to Mr. Kritz. He'll love that. Thank you. You're just a good guy. So that was Cori's turn. Next up is the Ifrit. And the Ifriti, the person who brought him in to this situation has dispersed, and the Ifrit is just gonna kind of take this opportunity for themselves, as they were under no contractual obligation to Kodeth, and they are going to cast Plane Shift, and they are going to try and vacate the premises. Is anyone gonna? Well, Caelum couldn't throw out a counter spell, but he is just. There is a flaming portal that opens up behind him and then just seems to swallow him as he just returns back to the elemental plane of fire, not wanting to deal with this bullshit, leaving Kodeth by himself. Next up, at that was the Ifrit's turn. He's no longer here. He was looking healthy too. Caelum.
You know what? That's fine. That's fine. He can go on his way, and Caelum's gonna look to Arjhan and see as he points a finger to Kodeth about to cast a spell. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Okay. Last 5th level spell. I'm gonna cast a Guiding Volt at Kodeth. Motherfucker! It landed on a 19 and rolled to a 1. That's fine. Being a wizard is hard. I'm gonna send another baby over to hit Kodeth. I can't. Nope. That's it. That's my turn. It's just boom boom. Lots of flash.
I mean,
No
you
payoff.
kind of done a lot. I think you're okay for one turn.
I'm out of spell slots, by the way.
Excellent. Arjhan, it's your turn.
I have no potions of healing. I start my turn by as sort of like boss level, just like a circle strafing him and meld into the shadows as I use Nature's Veil one more time. I will take my first shot at advantage. 28.
28 will hit.
He is my favorite foe, so he will be taking an additional 1d8. He will be taking 17 points of damage from the first attack.
Okay.
I need him to make another dexterity saving throw.
Sure. That is a 22.
He takes 11 points of acid damage.
Okay.
That is my turn. I cannot be seen.
Okay. So, it is now Kodeth's turn. And Kodeth, while the battle rages on in the back, while there is a literal dragon that is finishing up its job next to an enlarged Draconian, Kodeth is looking around and realizing that things aren't going the way that he planned. But that's fine. And Kodeth is going to say, if you won't come out to fight me on your own, I know how I can make you fight me. And he is going to take several steps forward with Gwen, Cori, and Caelum all within space of him. And you see him pull out his longsword and sink it into the ground once more for another destructive wave. So, I need everybody to make con saves.
Nope.
I got a 25. Anybody
That's
that's
24.
anybody that's within 10 feet of me, remember your +4.
That would be... Yep, so 25, 24, and then Arjhan and Caelum fail. So, everyone who fails is going to be taking... Womp, womp, my friends. 9 points of thunder damage. And 11 points of necrotic damage. Arjhan, you and Caelum are both knocked prone.
Tasha's is still up.
Incredible. And then Kodeth is going to continue moving until he is right next. He is going to just put himself in the middle of the other three.
As a reaction, I can cast Nevermore as he moves into my space. I have first level spells.
Sure.
Having first level spells is a lot different than having no spell slots.
Yeah. Actually, I have a couple of all my first and 2 second level, so I'll cast this at second level. Prone is disadvantage on the attacker?
Yep.
Okay. You know, might as well shoot for the stars. Hope for the best, 23!
Nice. He's going to use his reaction to parry it.
It's a spell attack, though.
It is a melee spell attack, correct?
Yeah.
It is whenever a melee attack would hit.
Ooh, damn. Alright. That hurts.
So you go to, like, reach out to touch him, and he just, like, sword still facing downward, he just takes the flat end and just knocks your arm out of the way.
Cool.
Okay. Draconians are finishing up work on their Baelor. Gwen, you are still on fire. Roll me that d10.
Fucking, I keep rolling high. Yeah, so Kodeth is is in the middle of us, right?
Yeah, he seemed to almost gladly walk up to be in the middle of the three of you.
All right, and Caelum is right next to him.
That is correct. And, well, Cori is too. Not that anyone was asking, but she's there.
Well, yeah, I know. I just I'm thinking about the Thunder Step.
I'm healthy as a peach.
Yeah, I know.
Not for long.
Yeah, it's like the big stuff I have is kind of. Oh, I'm also wearing armor of fire resistance. I'm fucking stupid. Okay, so.
Well, now we know.
Now we know. We haven't been in combat in so long. Let me just double check that I didn't forget anything else that I have. Gwen is going to fuck it. Either kill yourself or get killed. I'm gonna do 2 attacks on him with the run tax.
Did.
All right. That's 26 for the first hit. Oh, and a natural 20 on the second. Baller. Okay, this first hit is 16 damage.
Okay.
The second one is 35 damage.
Woo!
Feels good, man. And Gwen's going to what does he look like? He's human, right?
He is human. He has taken a lot of acid damage this turn. Are you familiar with the character design of Jonah Hex, where he has like all the fucked up shit on the side of his face? Yeah, that's Kodeth right now.
Yeah. And Gwen will say to him, I can't wait until all Arjhan's acid burns right through to your skeleton. Steps back.
Okay. Sounds good. Next up, Cori.
How rough does this guy look?
He looks rough, but like he could still do some damage. Like you would definitely consider him bloodied at this point.
Okay.
But it seems like most of the encounter, while you guys were dealing with the Ifrit, with the fire elemental, with the Drow, all he was really taking damage from was Arjhan.
Gotcha. Cori is going to cast Hunter's Mark at second level. Well, no, hold on. Hunter's Mark does do that.
Absolutely nothing.
Does nothing for damage at higher levels. She's going to use a first level spell slot to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
There you go.
Seems good.
Woo!
Wait, I thought Hunter's Mark did do extra damage.
It increases the distance that you can track.
Distance in time. Distance in time.
Yep. So yes, she does that. And then she's just going to go in for a few attacks. First attack, 23. Or no, 29. God,
Yeah,
numbers
that'll hit.
help. So that'll be is that correct? That's not correct. Okay. I was going to use an app to help me out with these things, and it's not helping. 12 slashing damage and a second level smite, which is in here somewhere. There you are. Okay, that's 18 slashing damage.
Radiant, you mean?
Or radiant damage,
Yes.
my god. Okay, and then the second attack. Does not look right. Roll it normally, please. No? Okay. Blap. 26 to hit.
Okay, 26 will hit.
Okay, that's going to be 10 slashing damage and another second level smite.
Okay.
And those will be my attacks once I find the thing that I need to attack with. Okay, 15 radiant damage.
Okay. He's still up. Has definitely seen better days. Caelum.
I'm going to use half my fly speed to stand and brandish my javelin at him. First attack does a 24 hit
24 does.
for 9 points of piercing damage. Second attack is a 27 to hit
27 will hit.
for 7 points of piercing damage. Bonus action Polearm Master
Nice.
does a 23 hit
23 does hit.
for 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
He's still up.
Well, I tried.
But top of the round, Arjhan.
I reappear for a moment, and I'm on the ground walking directly toward him before I vanish again. My first attack at advantage. 32.
That'll hit.
I rolled a 19. That's why. 18 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack, also with advantage. 25.
25 hits.
13 points of damage.
Arjhan, he had 10 left. Would you like to explain to the class what happens in this moment?
Sure. You just see Arjhan start walking up. He disappears. You see 2 more shots echo out. And I think Kodeth just sort of drops to his knee. Still with a little bit of fight in him, until he's pushed back onto the ground. Arjhan reappears. Just pinning him on the ground with his foot planted down on his collarbone. The crossbow pointed directly at him. What's the rest of the scene looking like?
The rest of the scene is the cries and yells from inside the town have begun to subside as the reinforcements that rain down from above seem to help disperse a lot of the enemies that had come here. Like I said at the beginning of all of this, the Keshin are not exactly the most sturdy of reinforcements. It's mostly just hobgoblins, ogres, that sort of thing. Kendak and Strum going around doing their best to quite easily, like Kendak is like slicing through these without much issue. If you have ever seen Berserk, he basically wields the Guts Blade, just that big hunk of iron.
The metal.
It is just a large hunk of metal, and as he's cutting through people, it's doing more like, it's like bludgeoning damage that has a point to it. Like, it is mostly just the weight, but he is just cleaving through folks. Strum is just, I mean, this is free food. If you tell him not to eat it, he won't. But like up until that point, goblins are food, ogres are food. There's still a giant white dragonborn who you are assuming is in some sort of rage, who is going around and at this point has like grabbed the head of the Baelor and just slammed it into her knee as a finishing move. Baelors, though, when they die, explode, which kind of bad, but as the flames ignite around, you just hear that same raucous laughter coming from this dragonborn who has also swabbed themselves in fire. It seems like they have some sort of resistance going on in their corner. Ren looks a little battered and broken, but pleased, to say the least, looking at this dragon. He mostly 1v1 to Baelor. It was a rough time for Ren until, more reinforcements showed up. But it looks like this assault on your town has failed. And the ringleader behind the assault is currently under your boot. Well, lack of boot under your...
Well, talons.
Yes.
Yeah, as Arjhan surveys the scene, he just yells out, "Enough!" And he holds for a few moments.
And Kodeth is breathing heavy. It's kind of that gurgly breath where you know that there's something on the inside that's leaking that's not supposed to be, but he just has this smile on his face. He says, "Do it."
Arjhan looks around one more time. All of these people that you brought here, and not one of them is prepared to step in and defend you. All of these people you're convinced of my inhumanity, my monstrosity, and not one of them will save you. When Cori stepped in to save my life, you took that as your chance to show the world that I am a monster. Because you can't see that sort of love, that sort of friendship. And he'll put a little bit more pressure on his chest.
The metal of his breastplate just bends inward.
And here beneath my talons, not one soul is willing to put themselves between us to save your meaningless life. You think me a monster. And in this moment, you are right. Every breath you draw is numbered. Each beat of your heart is a mercy I give you, something I hold over you. And I am giving you only enough to let this truth sink in. No one is going to save you from me. No one is going to mourn you. Because between the two of us there is a monster. But it's not me. I breathe in. And I don't stop exhaling until there's nothing recognizable of his face.
That was the coolest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I wrote that right before the game.
And there is this moment where, Arjhan, you are doing this, and as you are exhaling this acid, as the white draconian is laughing, as Ren is looking on all of this with a pleased eye, the night sky above you once again begins to glow, and you feel a warmth upon your back. You see that symbol of Tiamat begins to glow. You see that there is an aura around the draconian that has appeared, the white draconian that has appeared as well, that begins to glow. Ren begins to glow, and you see that there are a blue and red glowy from inside of the town as well. And as the 5 of you are here in this moment, having defended the forge, those 5 points of light of red, green, blue, purple, because it's hard to show black as a bright color, and white just appear above the forge, as once again that shimmering dome from Tiamat appears, and you hear something that you did not expect to hear above all of this. Music begins to play as atop of the tower that you can see, that no one else can. The band that you had brought from Cert's Hellier, the Chromatics, they begin to play, but a song not of their own. A song that you have heard before, Arjhan. That you heard when you attended Tiamat's concert. And as this song begins to rain out for all of those of the Dragonforge to hear, that is where we are going to call it for tonight's session. So, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who decided to stick with us through the longest combat that we have had on this channel. But hey, guess what? We're in the last tier of play. Shit's not going to be easy, dog. Shit's not going to be easy, but it is going to be fun. And with that, I would like to say thank you. I'm having a great time, but I always have fun whenever these players are on my channel. Hey, RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Woo! Hey everybody, I'm RJ. You can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and sometimes stream with friends. You can catch me here always as Caelum, the Shatterkai Wizard. This is Elegant Magic's week, so over at GGK on Thursday night, where I play Jarvis Hawk, who is in a lot of trouble. He's a magic thief, and he got. Also, not this Saturday because they'll be on vacation, but on Sunday morning, you can catch me over at the Hype Goblins channel, where I play Rollin Granbrook, the cleric sorcerer Azamar, and they're gonna fight a Dracolich. First Dracolich, everybody. I'll tell you how it turns out. TonateKinner.com.
Hello, everybody. I'm LBHackEmUp, and you can find me at LBHackEmUp on the Twitters and the Twitches. I will be live next on my channel tomorrow at 3 o'clock-ish, usually. I'm playing Dead by Daylight. I'm getting better at Bing Bong, and I really enjoy scaring people. It's my favorite thing to do. So I'll be playing some Dead by Daylight. After that, we are playing Call of Cthulhu on GGK. It is a 2-person, 1 GM game, and it is so much fun. We're playing the characters from The Mummy. So I'm playing the sexy librarian, of course. We just found out that our neighbors are sucking the essence out of other neighbors. So, we just found that out. It's going to be great. And then you can see me on Thursday back on my channel, LBHackEmUp. I'll be playing on Themeless Thursdays this week because Lauren will be right here, right in this room with me. And we'll also be together on Friday for our last, for a while, Friday Night Frights together. So after that, I will be on a hiatus for 1 week, 2 weeks on my channel. But you'll see me here, not next week, but the week after as Gwen. And I'll actually be probably right next to Renee, Keener.com.
Hoi! I'm Cyber. Man, that was great. I'm gonna change things up a bit and say that the first thing that you should check out is Jabroni TV on YouTube. because our new series, Jabroni League, the Pokemon tournament, just came out. I had a lot of fun making this content, and it's really, I'm very proud of it. So you should check it out. In fact, this Saturday, our second actual episode, our second battle is going to show up, and you can go see Kyle with an N and Arsqueef go head to head with some Pokemons. It's a good time. You should check it out. That's Jabroni TV on YouTube. Consider subscribing so that we can actually tell you what the URL is, because we don't have a vanity URL yet. Also check out jabroni.tv. It's got a lot of cool streamers doing a lot of cool things, including me. I'm Cyberwolf1201. I play video games badly and talk about lore. Speaking of Pokemon, I'm playing Pokemon Coliseum for a little bit. We just fought Mirror B, and I think we're actually going to start being able to purify shadow Pokemon so we can finally name them and let them grow and get experience and evolve. So that will be fun. And you can name them if you stop by and earn some channel points and spend them. Yeah, check that out. I'm also on Twitter, YouTube. I know I'm in a lot of places. I got a Patreon where I give away a whole bunch of free RPG shit that I designed. You should check that out because it's free shit. That's it. That's my pitch. It's free. So yeah, check that out. For RPG stuff, I'm here on Mondays. RJ and I are also on Open for Adventure on Wednesdays in the Legacy of the Lezuku 5e game. That's fun. We're going to the spirit world and we're fighting a mirror monster. So we're probably gonna die. I think that's all I want to pitch. So DanaeKeener.com.
Speaking of DanaeKeener.com, hi everybody. I'm Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on this channel. You can also find me at Danae Keener on Twitter. That's where I keep my streaming schedule, so you can see all the things that I'm up to. So go and see what I do. DanaeKeener.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am, but if you don't, hey Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/IndoorAdventures. We do shows like this on Monday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as on Sundays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/IndoorAdventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, including a full catalog of games. We could get completed games of Curse of Strahd, Ghost of Saltmarsh, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, Tomb of Annihilation, Tyrant Security, and we also have all of the episodes from this show. So, if this was, again, your first time joining us, go back, check it out. I'm sure it'll be a great time. Because it's always a great time. We also have an audiocast, which is available wherever audiocasts are made for free. And we also have our Patreon-supported after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from the community, but also from each other. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to join us at patreon.com/IndoorAdventures, and we will do our best to respond in kind to the questions that you have left in either the Twitch chat to the side, or if you've joined our Discord, the ones that you've left in our questions for the courts. But that is it for us for the evening. So I would like to say once again, thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by to join us for this wonderful game. And thank you to these players for putting up with my bullshit once again this week. I know that we had a really, really lengthy round of combat, but it was totally worth it if you think about the fact that this wasn't even a minute long IRL. So thanks for stopping by, and we will see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye!